Hello and welcome back to the Hogwarts Castle. Today I am going to be working on the interior of this section right behind me, and this is just going to be kind of a build along, so relax and yeah, let's just get into this. I'll show you what I have already, and then I'm just going to try my best to finish up this section of the castle. I'm going to be doing a build series where we finish up the entire castle, but coming in over here to the clock tower, we have this big clock bell. We have a little bit of storage over here. We have some more storage right here. Over here, I think I have nothing actually over here. I think that might be more storage, but we have this kind of grand staircase that goes all the way up. On each side, we have side staircases that go up all the way as well. These side staircases lead to the kind of the top of the clock tower area, and there's also a section that we can get to even farther up. Let's see, how do I get over here? Getting lost in my own castle here. Right over here, that if we keep going up leads to right here, kind of the inner workings of the clock tower. So yeah, we're just gonna continue to define and refine this whole section. When we come all the way up here, we're gonna have kind of this cool little main area that leads to the hospital wing. So this is still a work in progress, but it's looking good. We have, you know, all the little beds and stuff with the curtains. So yeah, that's going to be the hospital wing, and we have this little area where you can kind of view the inner workings of the clock tower, and then this hallway that leads to the rest of the castle. So without further ado, let's continue working on this. I think in this episode we are going to finish up this kind of staircase section over here. So I want these stairs to be kind of rugged and wooden. I'm going to keep giving myself night vision so we can see what we're doing here. Let's see here. So let's make that wood. That's not a big issue. Okay, so yeah, each section is going to lead to kind of a different area, and this kind of leads to this, but I am going to close this off because I don't want it to be so open. So let's close this area off, and then this, okay, here we go. So the main entrance here leads into these side stairs and then the courtyard over here. So let's get rid of this. Let's set this to 98. I think I want this side section to be kind of, I want to give it a little bit of a slope here. So let's do this. Let's get a slab. Let's get that. I'm thinking something along that. Do that. Yeah, I like that. Stack that about 20, 21. There we go. Yeah, I like how there's a little curve to that. Let's wall this off now. And cool. Yeah, let's do the same exact. Actually, no, this side is a little bit different. Yeah, this. Oh yeah, what do we have here? What is this? Oh, I think this is the. Okay, yeah, I know what I was doing. Okay, so this is a like the. This is the Hogwarts storage area. So I have like crates and stuff, and then this is where all of the like excess paintings go that they don't hang up in the school, or like I imagine that they like kind of switch out the paintings every now and then, maybe for like different holidays or something. Who knows? I don't know. Yeah, we'll do this unilaterally then. So this section, let's make this door. Let's get some andesite, and let's make this door kind of a little bit different from the surrounding wall. That works. Let's do that. Now let's get this. Actually, yeah. We're going to replace this wool with 98. I'll just do this little bit by hand. Okay, so that's looking good. I think I want each one of these windows, because I do have windows going all the way up here. I think I might want to define these windows a little bit more. Give it some, like, I don't know, some depth or something. Like, what if we did something like that on each top and bottom? That kind of looks cool. Let's see what this looks like. Just a little more depth. Yeah, I like that. Let's do that for most of these windows here. Same thing right here. Okay. Now, this little side chamber is looking really good, but it is a little barren. So let's add some depth and stuff. I'm thinking, first off, let's put another one of these over here. Let's do that. More light can never hurt. So let's do that. I wonder if a chandelier coming down would be cool. Would that make sense? No, it'd probably blow in the wind because this whole gate is just kind of open. So let's not put a chandelier there. But in here, what should we do in here? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we do have an odd number, which is good. I think, yeah, let's do something like this. We'll kind of just separate this little section here. And let's do this. What is that? Andesite? Let's get an andesite slab. And we'll put that right there. There we go. Yeah, that kind of just breaks up the area. And I'm thinking maybe we'll have... Would this make it too narrow if we put like some torches right there? Nah, I don't think so. So we'll do that. We'll put some torches right there. And we can do the same right here. Oh, let's get that up one more. How does that look? Got some torches hanging on the inside. Yeah, I like that. Let's do that. I think I'm kind of liking this thing, so let's do this. Whoops. Let's do this. Does that kind of... that's not too bad. I mean, the window's not centered, but to me, that's not really a deal breaker. I think the castle is a little more whimsical if it's not completely centered everywhere. Just kind of makes it look like it was created by magic more. I like that. Okay. This little side chamber is looking good. I'm liking this. Let's keep that how it is. Let's grab some mud and some grass. I kind of want to just give this little side section some weathering. So let's do something like this. Maybe some... Do I have any? I don't. You know what? Let's Let me go over here. I want to check something. I have done some like kind of weathering on some of the castle over here. Yeah, right here. Where I have like moss and stuff. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, let's do this. I've done some weathering on some parts of the castle where it's just like mossy, and I think that looks really cool. This would be a perfect place for that. So let's do some moss up the side of this wall here. Maybe like the moss is kind of creeping in from the base of the castle here. Yeah, let's do that. There we go. Well, you got some moss creeping in from the base, and then we'll kind of, what I like to do is I like to fade it out, so like you have the most dense moss right here, and then it kind of fades to like a lesser and lesser moss. So the cobblestone is a little bit denser than the mossy stone brick. So there you go. It's like dense, and then it kind of fades out. Let's do that. Let's do that. We'll put that all along there. And then this can creep up a little bit like that. You know what? I'm feeling a bit cheeky, so let's do that as well. Even a little more. There we go. That's good. So we got some moss now, and now let's put some dirt in this corner. Let's do that. Maybe some dirt that kind of blew up in the corner there. There, that instantly makes this whole corner just feel a little bit more alive. And one thing I like to do is kind of just put mud at the entrance here, like, let's get rid of this stone first. I like to put mud like this, like it kind of looks like people have tracked mud into the castle a little bit. Yeah, there we go. It looks more lived in that way. Way better, way better. Okay, cool. So now we have that. What do I want to do with this side courtyard? This feels very empty. It feels a little, I don't know. It just feels something's missing right here. I think weathering. We can definitely do some weathering. Let's get this, and let's bind, and we'll mask that to the andesite. Let's just get some weathering like this. Maybe kind of around here, do a bit of this, a little bit more right there. I kind of want this to be andesite, so it's kind of, okay, let's get some grass again. And we'll put some grass on the moss here. And there we go. That definitely adds a little bit to it. It's definitely looking a little more overgrown now, which I'm liking. I think this side is just a little empty, so I think I'm going to put something here. Like a vine. Let's do a vine. Like a big vine, kind of an overgrown vine maybe. It's kind of creeping up the side of the castle. So we'll do this. Kind of have the vine creeping up and along here. Maybe it can hang down too. And then we'll just fill that with some foliage right here like this. And I don't want to overdo it. That looks pretty good. See, I like that. And let's kind of make this vine kind of grow out in multiple directions here. Yeah, I like that. That's looking good. Actually, you know what would be cool? Let's have it like kind of grown. It's grown its way across like this. Yeah, there we go. See, that looks cool. Let's keep that. Like the vine has found its way to the other side here. And we'll just do this. It's kind of drooping down everywhere. There we go. That's a nice little vine right there. Does that change anything from this side? Not really. Just adds a little more to that corner there. Cool. Okay. Let's do kind of the same thing over here. Okay, there we go. We have some foliage over here. I didn't want to bore you guys with too much because it was just the same thing, but alright, I think for out here we're getting pretty close to done, so let's just kind of leave this how it is. I might do some work on the oh yeah, this definitely needs some work. I don't really know what I want to do with this. I might just have a little staircase to be like a little observe tower kind of out. But for now, you know what? Actually, let's work on this a little bit. So I'm thinking up here we can have a little bit of like a log. We'll move that down one. We'll have a little log kind of system here. Like this. And we'll grab some of this wood plank. And actually we can just fill this in. I think this is 5-1. Yes, it is. Okay. So we can just fill that in. And then, so we kind of have like two little sections, and now we can make like a little staircase. What color should our staircase be? Let's make it andesite to keep the theme. Or wooden. Let's make it wooden actually. We'll do that. Yeah, let's do that. Let's have it right here actually. And let's just build this up. And I think I'm gonna do like kind of wooden pillars coming up to support this thing. I do want this undercarriage to be is that? Yeah. And then just kind of wood everywhere, make it look. We can have this beam stop here. Okay, we got this little staircase here. Okay, I think this is what we're gonna do for this stair design. Just kind of like a little zigzag thing up here. And I think we're gonna do this too. We're gonna do an oak fence just to keep people from falling off too easily. I don't like that. We'll get rid of that. There we go. Alright, now we have this little stair design, just a little lookout tower. And you know what? Let's put like a crate in here or something. This can just be like a little storage area. And final detail, let's just put in some cobwebs because I can't see a lot of people coming in here too often. So that's kind of nice. We'll put some cobwebs there. Down here more even. Probably lots of spiders around here. Especially since the Forbidden Forest is right across the bridge, so you know, definitely going to be an acromantula or two in here. Okay. There we go. That side part is done. This side hall is done. Let's move on to this storage area. So let's just put in some crates while we're here. Actually, I'm going to put a wardrobe right here. Let me show you a wardrobe design that I really like doing. So let's grab a trapdoor, a spruce door as well. And then let's put these trapdoors all along the side like this. And if you do that, then you can break this and add 2 doors right there. And now you have like an actual wardrobe that you can enter. If you really want to get crazy, you can kind of take off this back area. Dude, wait. Oh, yeah, that's cool. Let's do that. Let's do this. And then a secret. So when you open it up like this, you look like nothing, but then you open a second doors. And you got a little secret in here. So that's really cool. Let's keep that. What do we put in here though? What do we put in a secret little... Oh. Yeah, we got to keep that, don't we? Actually, we'll just keep that. We'll just keep that like that. Now in here, what could we have? Let's do like something creepy. Let's do like a... Let's get a skull. Maybe like a little... Let's get a random variant painting. And then we can have like a little creepy little area in here. Let's do like a really dark floor. And then we'll have like a little thing right there. Maybe like a little something like that. Ooh, actually let's get one of those, an end rod. Because this end rod can act as like a little kind of, I don't know, light in here, I guess. So let's do that. Let's do that. Oh, that's cool. We'll have like a skeleton theme room. Let's do that. What else do we have that's like skeleton? Do we have a button that's white? We've got like a birch button that's kind of close to white. I think there actually is a bone. Yeah, we do have blocks of bone. We'll do a block of bone like that. Maybe like, I don't know, a birch button on top. This will just be a bone room. We'll have a bunch of bones everywhere. There we go. Secret bone room behind the wardrobe. A lot of work for one wardrobe, but, you know, it's kind of cool. So let's keep it. Now, if I'm remembering correct, there is something... Huh. Guess there was nothing around here. I thought I had a secret entrance to something over here. Well, let's keep building just random things. Let's build another one of these wardrobes. Our night vision is wearing off. We'll get to see what the castle looks like in all its dark glory. So as you can see, it is pretty dark without the night vision. Let's see what our little bone room looks like without the night vision. Boom, boom. Nice. I like it. That's cool. Should we have a light in here? I think we should. Let's get our night vision back on. And let's grab a lantern. Grab some of this. Grab a chain. And another simple design. Literally just a chain down with a light. Do I like that low or do I want it high? I kind of like how low it hangs, I'm not gonna lie. Put a light on the end. And boom, we've got a bunch of little lights hanging down. That definitely does some good work to this little area. And I think let's have another supporting pillar. There we go. Yeah, that just has some more support. I like that. And now, yeah, it just gives it a little something there. Or would it look better if we went all the way around with it? Ooh, yeah, let's go all the way around with it. Should we like top it off too? Yeah, let's top it off. There we go. Alright, now let's just add some crates. Let's grab... Ooh, yeah, we'll get some pots. Maybe a cauldron. Some scaffolding. We're gonna need some signs. Now, for this, let's put signs all around. So it looks like our crate is kind of boarded up a little bit. Let's do the same for this one, but on the bottom one. And on here, we can just put some pots. Maybe this is like a pot storage area. We'll do the same for this one as well. And this can be our cauldron corner. Have some cauldrons stacked up. I like that. We can put like a little lightning rod on there. And let's just add some scaffolding to this. We just got a bunch of scaffolding like that. And that can go in the corner. There we go. We have this little storage area. Beautiful. That is storage area number 2 completed. Moving on to the second level here. Honestly, this ain't too bad. This is pretty darn good. Let's make this... Let's mask this out and let's actually turn some of this into stone brick. Now that I'm thinking about it, it might be cool to do some of this in the acacia wood. I just call it acacia wood. I might be pronouncing that wrong, but that's how I've always pronounced it. That could be kind of cool if we did that. And let's see what that would look like as acacia wood. I think I like that. I think I like that a lot, actually. That is cool. Yeah, I think it just breaks up the whole area. It's not so... Like, so much of this castle is stone brick. I think a little differentiation from the grays is a good thing. We'll do something like that. That just gives it a little bit of a border here for the windows. That's looking good. Let's keep that how it is. And I think for this area, we will make this kind of wood. Going into this. And actually, this might be a cool idea. What if we did this? I like this design. Let's stick with this. This can actually go all the way up like that, and then we'll put little stairs down up on here. Just like that. And then that's kind of a cool transition into the stone area. And for this section, yeah, let's just do something like this. Simple. Yeah, I think we'll just do something like that. If we want to get really crazy with it, we could even do... Put some lanterns right there. Yeah. I just want to double check, make sure we're not... Yep, good. We're not ruining anything on the outside. We are chilling. That's good. That's one thing that's always scary about working on the inside of the castle is I never want to do anything that ruins the outside, because the outside comes first. The inside is just kind of like a complementary, I guess, added feature to it all. And okay, so we have that. We have this area. Let's add some, make it a little curved. Can't ever go wrong with a curve. Alright, and we kind of did the same thing for up here. Now we're on level number 3. Oh my gosh, I just did not realize how much work we really had in front of us. We're only on level 3 and we haven't even done this left side of the building. You know what, I think that is where I'm going to cut off the video. So we did a decent amount of work today, but we'll continue to kind of hack away at this section of the castle with the clock tower. It's looking really good. I'm really happy with how it's turning out, but the more I do, the more I realize how much we just have to go. Well, without further ado, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.